Do I think of the Leafs' chances for the playoffs? Well, let's just take a look at the teams they have to leapfrog. Washington, Florida, Boston, and Buffalo. Washington plays 2 tough games against Carolina. The rest are against Tampa Bay and Florida, which are games they should win, so Florida is out, I think. Florida plays Washington twice and a game against Carolina, so I think those games will knock them out of the playoff picture. Boston is playing so terribly right now, and they have the toughest schedule. Toronto has the second toughest, but I'll get to them in a second. Boston plays Toronto twice, Ottawa, Buffalo, New Jersey, Ottawa again, and then Buffalo again. That's a really tough schedule. If they play as bad as they are right now, they're probably not going to win many of them. Maybe 2, hopefully. If you're a Boston fan, I'm not, but if you're a Boston fan, of course you want them to win. Buffalo plays 2 games against Ottawa, and then Montreal, Boston, Toronto, Montreal, and then Boston for their final game of the season. This is probably the 3rd toughest schedule after Boston and Toronto. Toronto plays Boston twice, which are games they should win. Then they play Montreal, who it's always a close game when Toronto plays Montreal. Then Buffalo, Toronto just beat them 4-1 without Matt Sundin. Then Ottawa, who Toronto just beat. And then Montreal, another close game. It's going to be really tough. Overall, I think the Leafs' chances are... I think that the only team that is going to win over all of these teams is Philadelphia, regardless of how badly they play. I think they take 7th, and Washington just has a better schedule than Toronto. Toronto may play great, but Washington, even if they win all their games except one against Carolina, Washington goes 6-1, and Toronto can't make the playoffs because Washington is 2 points ahead of them. Toronto wins all their games, they go 6-0, sorry. Then they can't get in, and Washington 5-1. I made a mistake there, sorry. And so Toronto, I think, ends up 9th again. I'm getting pissed off. Toronto, come on. If you can't make the playoffs, then why don't you just finish like last and get Stamkos or Doughty? But anyways, some good notes. Toskala, 2nd star of the week. It's pretty much deserved. He's been our saving grace when Matt Sundin and Antropov have been gone. Ottawa, Montreal tonight. That should be a barn burner. Hope Montreal wins, even though I know everybody who likes the Leafs hates both of these teams. Go Habs go, I know it's blasphemy, sorry guys. And from the last Battle of Ontario last night, Salusti and Stage and Score, my favorite 2 Leafs at this time. And then they just can't be stopped right now. Staging 2 goals in 2 games. I hope that he keeps it going. And Salusti, good things to come. And Steve, I agree with you on Kubina's shot. He should use it more. Times that he does, it's usually good. And has anybody noticed that Caberlet, when he uses his shot, good things happen. Goals, good rebound chances, just anything happens that is good when he just shoots the puck instead of just, ooh, I'm just gonna not shoot it and pass it, and maybe someone else will score. And my local team, the Barrie Colts, have a 2-1 series lead, which I'm sure none of you know about. But they have a 2-1 series lead, and they are the 7 seed in this playoff pairing. They're playing Brampton, and the entire team is just playing amazing. Their goalie, Michael Hutchinson, but he can't get any goal support, which they desperately need. They've only scored 3 goals in the 2 games that they've won. They won 3-1 and 3-2. And in the game that they lost 5-1. And they got over 50 shots, I think. I didn't see the last shot total, but I saw that they got a lot of shots. And Barrie needs to get some shooting support on, and stop having Michael Hutchinson, who isn't that good of a goalie to begin with. I know. He needs some shots away from his net, not at his net. You know what I mean. And go Leafs go, and go Colts go. Hopefully Toronto makes the playoffs, and hopefully the Colts can beat Brampton, and then we'll see what happens from there.